Welcome to the American Wordsmith channel, a show aimed to inspire readers to cherish the most meaningful moments found in life by learning about the mid-19th century, 1850 to 1906 lifestyle. Subscribe for more content on aspects of my business and writing life, as well as topics concerning mid-19th century living, child rearing, and much more. As far as my opinions on writing go and the way I write, I have a few tips, though I am still young and things may come into sharper focus as I age. Ever since childhood, I have used my microscope to help me find the words to say. I can look at something that others would pass right over, and by noticing what makes it special, then the words and ideas come. It sort of is like a meditative process. One word of warning though, if you become stuck in this writer's perspective, then going to overly stimulating places, which unfortunately so very many people are fond of today, may cause great anxiety. I cannot seem to come out of this mindset or attention to detail, so I tend to feel the need to prepare myself before attending anything loud or overcrowded. Medication helps too. By staying with these moments, there is in the nature of them a sense of urgency. So holding on to them with words is akin to catching them in a net. The best way to access these special moments is by becoming a soldier of the arts. You should get up and follow a routine every day that allows your mind to focus on the unique bits and bobs that stray from the norm. They become more obvious to you when you are not rushing around your house, looking for the house keys before running out the door for work. My sense of gratitude and happiness comes from the effort that goes into working with a purpose, not from sunshine and rainbows. I never aim to suffer, but I surely am willing to give it my full effort to achieve my goal that promises more of a long-lasting feeling of contentment and pure bliss. In terms of more specific writing tips, I would say to never introduce too many characters early on, like Dickens. It becomes crow-blowing, unlike in Les Miserables, when one character is described for many pages. Only when the readers grasp the present character can they then move on to understanding another. I also believe that it is a corrupt idea to say that fiction does not mirror reality, but instead creates a new reality. Fiction, or literary fiction, is only meant to show how reality singular ought to be and what it truly means to be human. There is no other reality being created. Also, in scattershot form, always give details to bring the reader closer to the perspective or experience or character. Never become too focused on the environment or social over the individual. Main characters without values are not worth writing about because they are unrealistic. Always remember that the universe is benevolent. To be a great writer, one must observe the world, study it, and then integrate to produce a creative product. I love writing stories because I can walk through a moral problem that I am having from a rational, not spiritual perspective and come to a conclusion that is satisfactory. That is why I find that outlines never really helped me because I had to work from a single scene in a logical progression until, due to contextual circumstances, I could only come to a single conclusion, and that becomes my ending. Personally, it makes a book more enjoyable to write when you are unsure what the main answer is. Although I would say that ideas have come to me in many ways for the books I have written so far. Sometimes it's a single scene or vignette floating around in my head for a while, or the first sentence or the last, or even just an environment that embodies an entire idea. If the idea is strong enough, then I find that I do not even need to write it down, as other ideas for the next piece just keep building on themselves in my mind. Ultimately, my desire is to bring the body back into literature, bring man back into literature. My novels range from exploring the worst evils to the highest good done by man. However, the naturalist movement of the late 19th century ripped the story away from the romanticized individual and onto the piece of land being sown with seed. Well, I would like to be remembered as the writer who analyzed a few moral topics within the philosophical branch of ethics that is set down in Ayn Rand's philosophy of objectivism. My goal in life is to teach people about secular morality by pointing to a time in history, such as the mid-19th century America, when I believe the culture was better. Literary fiction should teach and make man better. Thanks for joining me this week on the American Wordsmith channel. If you found value in this show, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on AmericanWordsmith.com, where you can buy my novels, The Paper Pusher, The Dormant Age, A Man of Silence, and A Man of Action. Be sure to tune in next week for a new episode. Take care.